cutting circles just a little while ago, and I didn't quite make it, though I will the next time. But anytime you cut circles, you end up with these little divots, and or you'll just have glass that isn't the shape that you need it to be. And I will say that after a number of years, I got to buy this piece of equipment. Very expensive piece of equipment, but I've been able to do so many things with pieces that I thought weren't going to work and been able to shape them into beautiful, beautiful sculptures. So while I do this, it's a little noisy, and we're going to start. As you can see, it uses water, and it's basically just a sandpaper. It has a number of different grits that I can use. For the most part, I just keep it to this one. But you can see that I've already smoothed out the edges. I've already rounded the edges, and look, there's already the horizon line or a nice drift of water. So this glass won't go to waste. There are always so many people that you want to thank that helped inspire you as an artist. And one of those people is my grandmother Faulkner. She was an absolutely wonderful woman, strong, empowered, and also an absolutely fabulous artist. As you can see in the painting behind me, there's just a beautiful, beautiful still life of a violin with chrysanthemums. Even as a little girl, I wished that I could see the world through her eyes and paint the way that she did. And for many, many, many years, I thought that I could not be an artist because I didn't see the world that way. Until I just kept thinking of her and knowing that no matter what it was that she and I made together, that she thought it was special. So over the years, I've determined that the way I see the world, the way that I tell the story, is also an integral part of being an artist and being a storyteller. So here is a plate that I just finished, because you've seen me work through the whole process of it, building it, cleaning it, designing it in the kiln, cleaning edges, etc. And now here's one fired, and then the one next to my grandmother's painting is one that I gave my mother for Christmas one year, because it's actually probably the only sculpture that I have of my own that's ours. Most of them I want to go out into the world. So for those of you that have a style that you think is a bit eccentric, just recognize that your view, your grandmother's view, and so many other views just make it a unique experience of being an artist. Hello, my name is Cynthia James, and I'm artist owner of Artefactz on the Granbury Square. And over the last few months, you've been watching me make so many things in copper, in glass, mixed media, and I've given you all the details. Well, it's Christmas time and it's December, and all of my work for the year is coming to a point right now. So I wanted to show you some of my latest work, just so I can invite you to come on into the shop. As you can see behind me is my copper, silver, and bronze work, and I have both pendants. I have rings of all sizes that I can size. I also recently have started working with the glass and photographs, so by the time you see this, I'll have a number of pieces that have some absolutely fabulous photographs on them, line art, and I'm going to start incorporating some of that type of thing on the larger sculptures that you know me for. As you can see here, I have pendants and necklaces of all sizes, and if you look very closely, which they'll film in, I'm sure. You'll also see that my work in this size also represents my large sculptures. So I think I told you in the last interview that I consider the smaller pieces to be micro or macro sculptures. Now I want to take you to another area to look at some of my latest glass work. Now we're back to the glass work. And over here, a number of people have asked me for a lot of the red, black, and white work. So I've done both larger pieces for the holiday wear, as well as smaller pieces and some beautiful hearts here for the special man to buy you for your Christmas present. I also do a number of sculptures. So here are my sculptures, very simple and just absolutely gorgeous to put your beautiful new wine glasses on. We also make Christmas ornaments. So if you have one of those parties that you need to go to that you have to exchange a pretty ornament, I have those. And something else that I wanted you to see that I have right here, I have these titanium necklaces. So you may already have a pendant, but I think they look just absolutely gorgeous with my work. And here I have a Texas. The titanium is actually, it is a metal. And these actually, see if I can do that, these actually can straighten, or I can bend and fluff them all up. And they come in a wide variety of colors, and I think they just suit the holiday season and complement my work, but they could easily complement any pendant that you might have as well. I also do a number of very, very small pieces that are all very reasonable. And I actually, amazingly enough, make very, very tiny little earrings so that those can be for all ages, as well as stocking stuffers that I have for hairpins so that you can have some color in your hair, and these also look beautiful on anyone at any age. If you can possibly look around my shop, you'll see that I still have several large sculptures. Though the sculptures that you saw me make in the last show, I actually sold almost all of those. So I now want to segue into looking at some of the sculptural work.
Come up to meet you. Tell you I'm sorry, you don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you.
Not only do I have my own work into the shop, but I've been many places and I try to find unique pieces just absolutely everywhere. One of them, especially for Texas, is this absolutely fabulous silver-plated armadillo by Castillo Wolmar. He is from a renowned family from Mexico of 4 brothers that did silversmithing for probably the last 50 years. Each one of the brothers did land, air, water, and fire. And in this particular case, this is I think this was made by the son or grandson of the Castillo family. And this is a one-of-a-kind piece. Over here, I found this beautiful, beautiful sculpture by Leo Louis that was in Fort Lauderdale when I found it. I do not know. I've researched, but I absolutely love this bird. So I don't care where this artist is. It's beautiful. As you've seen before, I think several months ago, are my metal and rock birds. And I still have a good selection of those because I think they would make absolutely wonderful Christmas presents. And always remember those birds come through Granbury going north or south. And then behind us here is a painting, a watercolor by Mary Jo Young of pepper. So I have probably about 5 or 6 paintings of local artists as well. And you can always give art for Christmas. Obviously, as a glass artist, I have
spent my lifetime looking at beautiful, beautiful glass art. When I was very young, I was very fortunate to live in England, and so needless to say, my mother made sure that I went to absolutely every cathedral, to every famous art gallery, and I learned to love glass and still love glass. At this point in my life, there's not really a way for me to have the money, the finances, the strength to do blown glass. However, I can still appreciate it. And I have some work from Kittredge Glass Company. They are a family-owned business out of Canada. And you can see these beautiful globes here. And each one of them, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see this through the camera lens, but if not, please, please come into the shop, because each one of these globes has a tree inside of it, and each of the trees is just a little bit different. They also have a focus of a tree of enchantment, a tree of family, a tree of Christmas. Just absolutely gorgeous, be beautiful in the house or in a window, whether you want to see them faint or not. I also am showcasing an artist's clay work. That's really actually where I came from, is clay. And he is out of Alpine, Texas, and he raccoons his work. So he has little Indian rattles that you can rattle. That all have memorable creatures on them that have Indian information about them, that what they mean, like the frog is a new beginning. These are just beautiful ornaments, or can also be out all the year around. I also, again, many years ago, as I was trying to figure out how do you become an artist without being part of corporate America, and one of the ways was to take a little bit of the money that I had, make a piece of art, sell it, and then take that money and do 2 pieces of art and then sell it, and then make 4 pieces of art, maybe keep one or give one away. But I built and built and built. And part of that was through the World Bank, or at least that's where I learned about it, was with the World Bank. And so I also like to find things that may not be American-made, but also have a way of uplifting other communities. And I have some beautiful ornaments here. They are made by the Pilgrim Imports Company. And 25 years ago, they went to Thailand and found a village, and they now employ the whole village. So they took a group of people that were in abject poverty, from what they've told me, and now the whole village is uplifted. They have financial stability. Their children are going to school. And I just love the fact that we're able to help people make a living, helps us make a living, and then you have beautiful things that you can also have for your home or for yourself or to give as a gift. I know that this is going to film long after December and into January, so I want you to also know that I continue to have a lot of these artists' work for you to have all during the year, and I'm always making items, so it's not like there's going to be nothing left at the end of Christmas. So if you just happen to have gotten some Christmas money, maybe you'll put us on top of the list. So Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And next year I have something exciting. I have been offered a possibility of doing a large one-woman show in Fort Worth. I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't have it as a definite, but I'm going to work on it, and so you're going to watch the exploration of how I go about doing a large exhibit with many, many different sculptures. So that's what's going to be on for next year. Thanks.